AI is evolving fast. Are you ready? Meet AI at FlytBase, your weekly hub to learn, upskill, and stay ahead in AI world. Let's dive into today's session.
Hi everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody who's joining from around the globe. Thanks for joining in for another AI in action with FlytBase. Today we'll have Vishant presenting his Twitter recruitment bot. But before that, for those of you who are new and who's joining us for the very first time, over here you can see a QR code. That is the QR code to our AI community. Do join in to contribute and become the next AI hacker. We have a lot of members out there contributing, asking questions, discussing about AI, and it would be great if you guys can join in. With that being said, the next part of the agenda is AI news, and hence here I go. Just give me a second and do let me know if I'm audible and if my screen is visible as well. I am somebody who works in marketing, but I get on a lot of customer calls, and it gets really difficult when you have customers all around the globe and they speak in all different types of languages and you're supposed to understand them live. So that kind of makes it difficult. 11 Labs had brought in Scribe version 1 long ago. Didn't work as much as it was expected to work, but right now Scribe version 2 is doing a great job. And people are also using Supabase in order to make it live on the browser, so you can bring it on the browser as well, like a small you can bring it over here as an extension, and using that extension you can do like live transcription of all your calls. It's something really great and something that's very useful for me as well, and I hope it's useful to many of you out there as well. So that's about the first news. The second news is, for all of you who are using Google Photos, Nano Banana is on Google Photos. All of you must have heard the trend of what Nano Banana has been doing, and it's been doing great. There's a lot of things that's happening. So let's enjoy by being a little more creative on Google Photos using our own photos as well, so there's no more uploads. Next being, of course, ChatGPT 5.1. So ChatGPT 5.1 released only a few, I think, days ago, and it had released this week. And all of them have been completely telling how reliable the answers have gotten, how conversational it has gotten. Personally, I have seen that the research is being really good, and also the terms of custom instructions that I put in my project, it's working pretty well. It's picking up the right things. So I'm pretty much impressed with that. And a fellow marketer has also put a few prompts in order to make marketing and social media content automation much better. So he has given a list of prompts which he has used on GPT 5.1, and it has done a pretty good job. One being email automation. It has also done multi-platform content repurposing, and like it thinks like it writes like an influencer. It creates SEO blogs. There's a lot of things that it's doing, and he's given the prompt libraries for all of it. So I think it's going to be very useful for a lot of you here. And last but not the least, slightly technical, but something really nice. So all of us use different types of documents that we send to Gemini, or we send to Google, to Claude or ChatGPT. So they have brought in this new API, which is file search. And using this, people are able to do something amazing. A lot of you must already have heard of things like RAG files. So this one, what it does is basically take all your documents and create chunks. Till here is something that you guys have already heard of. But the next level of it is that that complete chunk is created out of good context and good intent. So any query that is being run through, it goes through that entire model, the database, and it picks up the right chunks and it answers. And another big thing about this is that Gemini is not taking any money for storing all of these chunks, so it's absolutely free, and you can do a lot of chunks. You can store all of that context, and you can use Gemini search API key to get context out of it. So something great for people who are using Gemini, and also people who are using Claude. So I just recently saw a person using it on Claude as well. So I think that's using an MCP server. More technical details are there into it. I can share it across for those of you who are interested. But that's it for today. I think it's time to call the person who's going to present the most interesting thing for today evening. Vishant. Hi, Vishant.
Hi.
Yeah, thanks for joining in. It's absolutely great to have you here. You've created a Twitter recruiter bot, right? So let's go ahead and listen from you as to why you created it and what have you done? What is it that went behind the complete process and everything as such? So over to you.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you all for joining in. And yeah, so first let me walk through the main question, like why I have created this. So currently our company looks for the developers who have experience in AI native tools, tools like Cursor, Replit, Bolt, and similar tools like that. So currently what we were doing was we were going and searching candidates through LinkedIn, and we got to know that it was not we are not getting much of ROI for developer positions. So as me and my friends uses Twitter a lot, and in Twitter the tech community is so active, like they keep sharing on what they are building and why they are building, and they always tweet about that, like what they are building new or what tools they are exploring. So by that we can get an idea that that guy is having curiosity or not, or whether he is able to cope up with the AI native world that currently is going on or not. So I thought of like why we can try to recruit candidates for our company through Twitter. So what I did was I created an automation around that. So let me just share my screen. Yeah, just give me a hands up if it's visible. Okay, so now if we go through this process manually, what are the difficulties that we will be facing? So first of all, we need to go through manually through each tweet, whether it is relevant to our company's culture or not, and whether that candidate is fit for our culture or not. So human intervention is too costly and too much time consuming, because there are more than thousands on in lakhs that developers do tweets in on Twitter, and uh, to find that relevant tweets for a particular candidate through manually, it's very time efficient. And also the cost of API to which Twitter allows officially to fetch tweets is so high. So Twitter allows only 100 reads per month, so you can fetch only 100 tweets if you are using Twitter API to go through the content of Twitter, and it is too costly. After that, they charge around like $50 to $100 per month, which is more costly than that. So first, let me walk you through the demo, and then I will walk you through like how we overcame these challenges. So this is my dashboard. Don't focus on UI. This is just meant for internal use. So yeah, so first when we run this campaign, it will fetch the tweets which are basically relevant to the keywords which is mentioning backend. So I have mentioned the keywords like 100 days of code, JavaScript, or whatever tech stack that we are using. So it will fetch the tweets relevant to that keywords, so we will get an accurate answer. So suppose let's say I have run one campaign, and as you can see, we have 2-3 tweets that is fetched, like day 23 of exploring async versus sync JavaScript. So this guy is building some and learning some JavaScript, and we know that he might be actually aware of how JavaScript works, or how he at least will be having a basic knowledge. So what currently candidates do is, or generally a new student do is, they will just use an AI and they will wipe code. And sometimes in wipe coding, they forget the basic rules of that particular language. So by this tweet, we can know that he is learning step by step, and he is using AI also. So what we can do is we can view that tweet. So let me view. So yeah, this is a relevant candidate, and he is from India only. So we can comment on that. So we can view like this is a generated comment like love this build. You are exactly the kind of high agency builder which I am with at FlytBase. People using AI to solve real world problems, not just demos. Peek inside how we work. And this is the link of our career website. So what we will do is we will just click a post, like post, comment posted successfully, and once when we refresh it, so the comment is posted, and as you can see, and if you go to this link, and this link is also trackable, so we can track that how many candidates are coming through this platform. So like here the link will open, and this is our company's candidates website. So similarly, there are other tweets like that, like day 95, 100 days of code, Python programming for beginners link, and as you can see, she's learning Munchstack journey and going through and exploring various technical stuff. So yeah, this is basically the automation which I have created. So now the high level overflow of what works in backend. So let me just walk you through it once. So yeah, this is a high level overview. So first we are doing discovery, like the challenge that we were facing for using Twitter official API was like they were only allowing 100 tweets to fetch, but to find those relevant tweets based on our keywords in those 100 chunk was not very much feasible. So what I did is I used open source tool known as Twikit. I can show you once. So this is the open source tool which I am using to scrape the tweets from the Twitter. So it is open source and you can use as per your convenience. So in the backend for fetching the tweets, I am using Twikit. So after the tweets are fetched, we are generating the comments. Now the comments which are generated should not feel like it's generated by an AI. So what I did is I gave the context of our cultural handbook of the cultural handbook that my company is having, like what we look in a particular candidate, and it will go through that document and generate a comment which will sound more like human, and it will be matching our company's like my company's culture. So we will be making sure that the comment which is generated is not will not feel like is it AI. It is AI generated, and it will feel like it is generated by a human. So this is one of the main feature that I have implemented. And after that, the tweets on which we are fetching those tweets are based on the hashtags and keywords as I previously mentioned. And there is prompt, like imagine you are a senior recruiter at your company and you are hiring for full stack developers who are building an AI native, who are using an AI native things like cursor and all that. And based on that keywords, we will be fetching this tweets. And for duplication, like if one tweet is fetched and it is already commented, and it should not fetch that tweet again and again, and duplication should not happen. So whatever tweets on which we are commenting, I'm storing it in Supabase. So whenever we are fetching a new set of tweets, it will first go through the Supabase and will make sure that the same tweet is not fetched again and duplication does not occur. And why I have entered the human intervention to post a comment, because sometimes AI can hallucinate and it can generate a wrong content and it can post that comment on any irrelevant tweet, which can of course damage the company's profile. So that's why the human intervention is necessary while it comes to posting to a comment. So yeah, this is basically the automation which I have built, and this can be expandable into multiple things. Like suppose if you want to use it for the marketing purpose. Like my company is building and enterprise AI-driven solutions for oil industries and other stuff like that. So if you want to fetch those tweets which are using automation in their industries, then we can use this scraper and we can comment on that relevant tweets. So yeah, this was the overall architecture of what this pipeline looks like. This is the in-depth breakdown of the pipeline of AI pipeline. So first, the content relevance. It will check that whether it is matching our culture sidebook and whether it is matching the keywords or not. And it will also make sure that the location of that user who's on by whom the tweet is done should be from India, because we are totally on office culture and we don't use a hybrid approach for working. So we have to make sure that the candidate on which we are commenting and he might be interested should be from India. So I have kept that filter in backend for that, and then we will do that the scoring of that fresh tweets, like whether it is matching our relevant keywords or not. So based on that score, we will display those tweets on our dashboard, and as you can see, those tweets will be like that, and we will be able to generate a comment and we can able to post it. So yeah, this makes work very much easier. So we don't have to manually go to Twitter and find those relevant tweets for our hiring. So yeah, this is the overall automation.
That's great. Thanks, Vishant. Any questions for Vishant? Cool. While we still have people digesting it, why don't you also say if we can do this for any other? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, man.
I have one question, Vishal. Sorry. Yeah, so from the flow, what I understood is like you are basically looking into some keywords in Twitter, and whatever seems relevant to you, you are commenting in there for developer to reach out to you. Is that how you are like hiding? So once that account, the user who actually posted on Twitter, they will look into your post and they will apply from your job page.
Yeah, so
Is it on process?
yeah, so basically the main motto of this automation is to find quality candidates which can match our company's requirements, right? So this is just a try. Like we cannot force them to apply on our company's website, but this is just a try that they can get aware about our company and they can find a relevant job if they are looking for one. So yeah.
Okay. One question I have, the question is like, I think you explained, but the thing is like, how do you make sure that candidates, I mean, they are posting their regular, like, path, like how they are learning anything and based on their, whatever they are doing, right, activity.
Yeah.
So how do you making sure that they have right set and all these things?
Sorry, what there? Can you repeat the last sentence?
So let's suppose you are looking into some keyword like vibe coder and like that, and some post you find that it is matching your like a type of thing that you want to hire that developer, right? But how are you making sure that that particular developer is a fit for you? Are you like scrapping their whole past all the posts that they have done before, and then based on that you are accessing it, or
Okay.
it's just a single post that you are looking into?
Yeah, so what we are doing is we will fetch that profile's most recent tweet. So it will be not like that guy has done a tweet more than 3-4 months back. Then the scraper will not, my dashboard will not display that one. If that candidate have done tweet, basically that's in last a month, in last week or last two, then that then that tweet will be fetched and displayed on the dashboard. And as I have shown you, like through our dashboard also, we can go through that tweet and view like whether that profile is matching or not before commenting. So that's why we have not automated the commenting part, because that's where the confirmation comes. So HR can go through that through that Twitter's profile of that candidate, and she can verify like whether it is matching our company's culture or not. And after that, we will be going to post a comment. So yeah.
Okay. One last question, like what all kind of keyword you are looking into? I mean,
Yeah.
those you are keeping track of, people you ask.
So basically in Twitter, we use hashtags. We search on based on hashtags. So there is one famous hashtag known as 100 days of code, if you are aware about it. So I, in my backend, I have applied like those famous hashtags which developers use, like 100 days of code, or or hashtag AI native, or hashtag AI, hashtag ML. Then based on those hashtags, we will be fetching the tweets. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Vasan.
Yeah.
That's my questions.
Cool. We have Karthik asking you, very interesting. Any other use case instead of recruitment? I'm just thinking.
Yeah, so we can do this for marketing also. So as I have mentioned previously, like if we want to market our product in something, so we are building drones. So if any oil industries or any industries are doing automation for their inspection or any other purpose where our drones can be useful to them, so we can fetch those tweets done by that industries on Twitter, and we can comment on that. Like we are offering the same solution, and it might be a better, it can reduce the human effort if you can use our drones, and we can give our company's link, so they can go to our website and they can get a knowledge like this company exists, and we can surely look into their product. So we can use it for marketing also.
That's great. I think you can use it for personal use as well, right?
Yeah.
Like for personal brand boost as well. So as a AI marketer or as an AI coder, we would like to connect with people who are in the same domain as we are in,
Yeah.
and who's talking about the same things that we want to listen to. And I find it hectic to keep scrolling through Twitter and finding people who are relevant and whom I can get a good community with. So I think it works for personal brand, personal building as well.
Yeah. So also like if you want to learn something, so if I'm building something on the web and I want to know like what currently is going in the web or what people are building through the web, then I can search through those keywords and find those tweets, and I can get connected with them or can learn from them. So it might be useful for personal discourse also.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Samir. 1 second, I'll get back to your question. But Ravi's question makes sense to what we're speaking right now. So he says many people do not use hashtag. So is hashtag the only parameter indexing parameters, or what else could be?
So hashtag is one of the parameter. So we also in tweet content we are looking for those keywords, like people generally mention the language on which they have built the project, right? So we can look on those language keywords like JavaScript, Python, Django, or whatever they have write about that in that tweet. So we can do like I am doing searching based on that also, like not only hashtags plus the keywords of the specific language, coding language mentioned in the tweets. It will be used to fetch the relevant tweets also.
Correct. And Samir asks, how is the candidate score in phase 2 calculated? Like, is it also an LLM based evaluation?
Yeah, it is done by GPT-4 only. So I have put a scoring criteria for a GPT to score that candidate's tweet. So if it fails beyond 6 or 7, then it will be fetched, then it will be displayed on dashboard. So yeah.
They've asked, I think it's similar to what you asked. So, I mean, you answered already. How do you ensure that the bot never outputs unsafe or off-brand responses, especially in heated Twitter threads, which often happens?
Yeah, so that's why, as I mentioned previously, that's why we are not automating the commenting part, because that's where this issue might happen. So for commenting, there will be a human intervention, like HR has to go and click on that, and it will be only get commented once the approval is done by a human. So
Correct. What's the biggest failure mode you saw in scoring and how did you correct it?
yeah, so basically, why I applied schooling, or why the schooling matters, because initially the scraper fetches lots of and lots of tweets. So suppose if I am writing JavaScript as a keyword, it will fetch like hundreds and 200 of tweets. And in dashboard, we are only limited those tweets to 10 number. So to find that to find those and to rank those 100 tweets among top 10, I am using the scoring system. And yeah, scoring of course fails sometimes, because it will only fetch for those keywords, and if the keywords are not mentioned in the tweet, it will be not scored. It will be not get displayed on that dashboard. So this is one of the challenge that I am facing. But yeah, this will be improved further.
Correct. Any other questions, guys? Okay, Raj asks, how did this work out for your team? Were you able to find any good or worthy candidates through this so far?
Yeah, so basically we got around 10 to 20 applications through Twitter. So as I mentioned, like the link on which I am posting on Twitter for our career website is trackable. So I can track through that, like how much candidate got get clicked by that link and actually hit the apply button. So by that we have got applications around 10, 20 applications, and yeah, we are not currently using actively, but we will be using it, as I have been recently only. So yeah, we will be getting a much more ROI than this.
It takes time as well, right? You
Yeah.
just build it. But okay, any other questions? Cool. I think that's it for the day. I'm running low on Wi-Fi, but if I do see a question, I'll take that up. But as much as I can see, I think we're done for today and we're done for the session. Thanks everybody for joining in. First of all, thanks Vishant for making this. I hope it gives more ROI to the HR team and we get more developers in the team. But that being given, for all of you who's joined in, thank you so much. And again, just pasting the QR code out there for all of you who haven't yet joined the AI community. And looking forward to seeing you all at the next AI in action. Thank you so much. Have a great day.